Muzzy, hello, hello, my lovely one. How are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, I'm good. Thank you so much for taking some time to talk to the Me Project today. And so we are all on the topic of self-esteem for ordinary wisdom and getting people's ideas and views on the different parts of that. So, what does
Yep.
having value look like to you?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think for me, having value looks like knowing that as a human being, inherently, I have value within
Mm,
myself. So it's like I was created, I turned up as a full package, having value before I ever did anything.
yeah,
So I don't have to earn my value, I don't have to work for it, I don't have to prove anything.
yeah.
Just because I'm a human being, I have value. And so I get to treat myself that way, and I get to let other people treat me as a person that has value and is worth something and worth loving as well.
Wow, that's amazing. I love how you said about how you have inherent value, and you don't need to prove anything. How
Yeah.
has that changed your day-to-day life, having that self-worth?
Yeah, I think that's changed my day-to-day living in a lot of ways. So
Mm,
it means that when I interact with other people, I am trying to be somebody else that I'm not. I'm actually
mm,
enough that I am a valuable human being and I get to be treated well and to
mm,
be loved. And so I don't let other people put me down, no matter what they think of me or what they say. Neither
mm.
do I let myself actually treat myself or think of myself in a way that is putting myself down or feeling like I'm inferior or deserving of anything less than being treated like a human being that is lovable and valuable.
Mm. Yeah, that's so powerful. That's really great. So you talk about how it had a lot of impact on your life and how you've gone on from that. But what was it that helped you realize that in the first place?
Ooh, okay. So I think the thing that really made me realize, um, yeah, just my value, I
Mm,
think is realizing that I had a lot of negative perspectives about myself.
mm,
Um, and I realized that I wasn't confident to be completely myself in front of people. And I began to look at like, why is that? Why am I not feeling like I'm free enough to be completely myself? And
mm,
like um, feeling like I don't deserve to have space, if that makes sense.
mm.
I
Yeah,
realized like it was like just these small little ways of thinking
yeah,
that I don't know. There was just a day where I just felt something in me just kind of go, do you realize that you actually don't feel like you deserve to take up space? You actually don't feel like you are worthy of
wow,
being, of existing. And
wow,
from that place of just realizing that, and this voice within me was just basically saying, actually, that's not okay. That's actually not
yeah,
true. That those thoughts that you have about yourself are actually not true. Those negative perspectives that you have about yourself are not true. And so from that place, it was kind of going, oh gosh, I didn't realize that I've believed all these things about myself that are
mm,
negative, and actually they were impacting my day-to-day life. They were
mm,
impacting what I thought I could dream for my own life.
mm.
They were impacting what I thought I could achieve as a
Yeah,
person. They were
yeah,
impacting what I thought I was worth as a human being. And so it
yeah,
was actually like, actually, this is not productive.
yeah,
These ways of thinking, these belief systems inside of me are actually not productive. And
yeah,
so, and I realized that when we have thoughts and ways of thinking and belief systems inside ourselves that are not actually productive, that are not actually lifting us up, but actually pull us down, it means that we
yeah,
actually limit what our lives can be. And so I
yeah,
realized, oh gosh, me choosing to believe these negative things about me, no matter how it came about, whether it was what people told me about myself, whether it just came because of media, or just
mm,
there's different things, experiences in life that can make us feel a lot of different ways and negative things about
yeah,
ourselves. But the truth was, at that moment, I realized no matter how it came about, the truth was that that is not who I am. That
yeah,
is not inherently what defines my identity, and what it
yeah,
was doing was actually limiting my life, and I wasn't living
yeah,
life to the fullest and the best that I
yeah,
could because I believe.
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, we've been friends for so many years now. I think what it must be like 10 years or something,
Yeah.
I reckon. Yeah. Um, and very fond memories of when we were housemates together and so on. And so I've we've seen each other's journey of that self-worth and knowing that we're valued and so on. For people who are at that point where they're just coming into this, or they don't feel like they have any value, or they're going, yeah, well, I can see that's great for you, but you know, I don't, I'm not worth. Or, you know, you talked about space, that idea of like space at a table or space in a conversation or whatever it may be, for people who are feeling actually just to fade into the background, nobody look at me, just you know, let me blend into a wall type thing. What would be your top tips for people in that situation?
Okay. So I, yeah, thinking about this, one of the things that has really impacted my life is this analogy about a bill of money. So like, let's take $100 bill.
Yeah.
If you were to take $100 bill or £100, sorry guys, I've lived in America, so but £100, $100, whatever currency you want. If you were to take that and you crumple it up, we can look at that £100 and we look at it and we're like, oh, it's been crumpled up, or someone takes it and they throw it on the floor, or they put some dust on it, you know, they put some mud on it, or they step on it. The truth is that no matter what you do to that £100, it's still £100. If you go to the store and you need to buy something, you can still take it out, hand it over, and it has value. It doesn't matter what has happened to it. The truth is that it has value in itself because it's £100 and it's legit. I want to tell you guys that you are an original. For those people that might be saying, okay, what do? I feel like hiding. I feel like fading to the background. I feel like I'm not worthy to take up space. I'm not worthy to be seen. I used to feel all those feelings about myself, but I've been on a journey, and it's a continuous journey. Like, we grow every day, we learn every day. But it's just realizing, actually, you need to take a moment to realize that you have inherent intrinsic value in yourself before you ever do anything, before you ever perform, before you ever need to prove anything. Like, you don't need to prove anything because you are valuable in yourself. And so I would say a tip for you is just begin to recognize some of the ways of thinking that are negative about yourself in your own mind, in your own belief system. I would say that's the biggest thing. That's the first step of actually getting out of that cycle of hiding and putting yourself down and letting other things around you make you feel inferior. Is, okay, recognize those thoughts, recognize those negative things. And I would say, whenever you feel those negative feelings, or you have those thoughts, or even if someone else says it to you, a tip would be to actually write down or say out loud the opposite of that. So for example, if you have a thought like, oh, I'm not very beautiful, I'm ugly, then I would say, in that moment, instead of entertaining that thought and letting it bring you down, actually either write down, maybe you might be in a public place, and so it might not be appropriate to, you know, be like, I am beautiful.
Yeah, just declare it. Yeah, but like on your phone or wherever, just in a note section. Yeah.
Anything, just make it part of your life, part of your disciplines, to be like, whenever I have a negative thought, I have a negative feeling about myself, it's actually bringing me down, I'm not going to entertain that. I'm not going to allow that to actually seep into who I am and be the fabric of who I am, but I'm actually going to kick it out. How do you kick it out? You say the opposite. You entertain the opposite thought. You entertain the truth, which is that you are beautiful. If it is that someone says, oh, you never amount to anything, don't take that. That's not the truth. It's up to you to take your power back and be like, actually, I will amount to something. Actually, I am a human being. I am vital. I am worth something. So I'm not going to choose to believe that, even though that's what you think of me. But I'm going to choose to believe that I will amount to something amazing, that I am amazing and I can achieve great things in my life. And you write it down, or you say it out loud to yourself if you're in a private place. So I would say that's one tip, to begin to just get rid of those negative cycles in our minds that bring us down.
So good. So good. Wisdom right there. Wisdom right there. Ngozi, my lovely one, thank you so much for giving us your time and for sharing your ordinary wisdom. Really, really appreciate it. You take care, my lovely, and thank you again. Bye.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. I hope this is